You are now tuned in to the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. It is such a pleasure to welcome you all to my show. Sit back, relax, because we're about to take you to another level. This show aims to entertain, enlighten, and educate the minds of our generation. Are you ready? Well, without further delay, allow me to introduce your host, me, MsYvonne! Well, hello. How are you doing today? How is everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day today. I know my day has been very auspicious, to say the least. I mean, things have been happening left and right. So, I don't know. I feel like something magical is going to happen from this show, and I'm looking forward to finding out whatever it is. Another exciting thing about today is, guess what? It's the anniversary of my brother's first smash box office hit film, where he played the role of Eazy-E in the movie Straight Outta Compton. I'm super excited about that. I was there the whole step of the way. All right, not the whole, but I was there. I was supporting him. And it was an awesome experience. What a great movie. I mean, what a wonderful cast that was, It really brought back a lot of memories, and it really brought generations together. And that's what this show is all about, really. It's bringing generations together, making that crossover. It was nice to see what we now call, the baby boomers or the centennials mixing with the millennials and all of that there. But it's just nice to see the old heads and the millennials dialoguing with each other, getting to know each other's story, finding out what was going on in 1985. I mean, we have children now that are being raised up, and they're not knowing what's going on as far as Rodney King or any of those things that we had to deal with in the past. So, because I know that's a challenge, I aim to mix those type of topics as an educational resource for our generation, just to enlighten us and give us a little history about where we're from. Because to be honest, I don't know a lot of stuff myself, and I have a very inquiring or inquisitive mind, so I like to know, and I like to go ask the experts because I want to hear a voice. I want you to tell me about it, because I read, but I read a little slow. But anyways, once again, congratulations to my brother. Congratulations to the entire cast. Congratulations to the most awesome director. I love F. Gary Gray. I think he's just a phenomenal director. Like, I'm a huge, huge fan of his work. I think he does a terrific job. He's a great storyteller, and it was an honor to be able to be in his presence. So shout out F. Gary Gray. I told you earlier that today was very auspicious. One thing that did happen was that I got a phone call early this morning saying that my aunt had passed away unexpectedly to us. My aunt is my cousin, who is my exact age. It's her mother, and we're all really, really close. Her birthday was just yesterday. The only reason why we were unable to see her was because of the bad weather that's in Baton Rouge and Opelousas and in those parts of Louisiana. So my cousin was unable to see her mother for her birthday. And then to wake up to a call saying that she had passed away in her sleep, it was almost like bone chilling. Because life can be taken away from you just that fast. I mean, just in a blinking of an eye. And I know we say that all the time, but when it happens to you, it's so like, wow. It makes you appreciate what you have left. Because, yeah, you might not have everything, but you still have life. And that means a lot. And I thank God that he helped me find my way back to doing it right, to getting it right. I'm on this new path, this new wave of just being a kind person, being peaceful, being easygoing. I don't want to be angry or any of those things. I want to be able to talk to people and understand where people are coming from. I want to be able to listen to people. And so I created Conversations with MsYvonne to create a platform where we could just talk about it, you know. And that's what I want to talk about today. Thanking God for not being who I used to be. Shout out to @WisdomFeed. Great post. This next guest, we go back, y'all. We go way back. He's like a brother to me. You know, when I was younger, my mother was in the military and we got stationed at Fort Polk. And let me tell you, I was not excited about it at all. I did not want to be there. I did not want to do it. I did not want to go to that school. I did not want to live in the country. I was like, nah. Well, back then in New Orleans, you had to live in the ward. You had to do all this different kind of stuff. So I didn't have the right paperwork because I wanted to live with my grandma and grandpa. But the schools that I wanted to go to, I didn't live in the district. So we waited too late, blase, blase. I ended up having to go to school in Leesville. So I went to school at Leesville High. Now, coming from the city and moving to the country, I just felt like I had a different vibe from everyone else. You know, it wasn't like they weren't cool people or anything like that because everybody was cool. I just was on a different wave. And I remember not really having any friends. I didn't know anybody. I came like in the middle of the school year. So it was kind of like whack. All right. So I walk into class. It was English class, matter of fact. It was English class in 9th grade. And I walk into class and I kind of like sit in the back, you know. I don't have any friends at this time, really. So I'm just kind of chilling. And in walks this red dude, right? He walks in and he's got like this cocky attitude about himself. You know, I'm thinking, who is this dude? So the teacher looks at him, right? And she goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Hearns, but did you write your paper?" And he turns around with this like cocky attitude, sincere grin, you know. And he says, "Yeah, I wrote it." And he begins to walk off. So as he's like walking off to his desk, the teacher, I mean, you can tell she's like aggravated at this point. So she says to him, well, since you wrote it, why don't you come read it in front of class? So I'm like, ooh, it's about to go down. That's what I'm thinking in my mind, right? I'm like, what is about to happen? Like, she gonna make him read the whole paper? It's cold-blooded. These are my thoughts. So immediately, like he hadn't even made it to his desk yet. Immediately, he makes like this about face turn and was like, yeah, I'll read it to the class. So I'm thinking, what? You gonna read it? I'm like, oh, this is getting deep. So they got my full attention, right? I gotta see what is going on. I've been petty since I've been young, so I'm all in it. So he goes to the front of the class. He takes out his paper. And y'all catch this. He wraps the entire English paper. And it was cold. He had the beat with it and everything. I was like, Lord. The whole class was bucking. We was like, yeah. Yeah. Then he walked off. I was like, my nigga. And ever since then, he and I, we've been like brother and sister. You know, he was my first friend. I thought he was the coolest because he did a G move. I always supported him for that. You know, being from New Orleans, we can respect when somebody follows the G code. Whoa. Well, without further delay, allow me to introduce my next guest as we talk about our topic. I'm so glad I am not who I used to be. Are y'all ready to talk about it? I said, are y'all ready to talk about it? Well then, let's talk about it. I'm so excited about my next guest. Y'all know I'm always excited about my guests because all my guests are fly. You hear me? I don't put nobody whack on my show. Speaking of not being whack, this next dude has been my dude for the longest. Like, we go so far back. And not only is he a rapper, but he's also a brander. You heard me? He's out here making moves. He has some wonderful clothes for male and females. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce my homie, Johnnie the King Hearns.
What's good, world? How y'all doing out there? Shout out to all my kings and queens checking in with MsYvonne and King Hearns. What's happening?
Yeah. What's happening with you, Johnnie?
Man, life's been good, man. Just been blessed. You know, full-time grinding. You know, out here just making the best out of my second chance at life.
Tell me what you mean when you say a second chance.
Well, basically my second chance, the Lord, He allowed things to happen in my life in my past, kind of set me down to get my attention because I was on the wrong track of my life. I was really out there in the streets wilding. You know how everybody do sometimes. You know, some people never get a chance to come back and actually live their second life and make the best of it. So really, I had to be chastised because the life I was living, it was really, really, really out there, and it landed me in prison for 10 years. And I really had to sit down and reflect on my life and be like, hey, this is not you. This is not how you came up. This is how you weren't taught like this. This ain't the life you want to live. So I really had to, analyze my life, beat myself up, and just, I made a promise to the Lord when I got out that I was going to do better and I was going to, change my life around. So that's what I've been doing out here, and it's been awesome, man.
Man, I'm happy to hear that. Because, there's nothing like when your freedom is taken from you. There's nothing you can do in those positions. You got to listen to somebody else. You got to be on somebody else's schedule. Like, life is totally different.
Talking about, it's like you're on earth, but you're at the bottom of earth. They got, to me, we used to always say this in prison. It's like you got hell and then you got jail. Jail is right on top of hell. It's like at the bottom of the earth. It's like,
Look, I'm happy to hear you talk about that. Because I think so many people glamorize going to jail that nobody really gets into the experience of it, like internally.
Yes, it's true. It's true because a lot of people, they never get a chance to shake back mentally because you're in a place where it's nothing but negativity, so many evil spirits. If anybody know me, King Hearns, they know one thing. First of all, man of God, and I trusted Him, so I believe in I have seen His works and everything, so I understand about the evil spirits, and I know how serious it is in prison. Like, everybody's negative. Everybody. So out here, people think they be hating and stuff like that out here, and jealousy is like really a small scale of hate out here. It's fake hate out here. They don't really hate you out here. The people out here that really act like they hate you, they really love you. They really want to be a part of your movement and stuff like that.
Right. They hate us, but they friends.
Yeah, they love you really, for real, deep down inside. So yeah, like a lot of people, they glamorize it, and try to use it. I hear a lot of artists, they rap about it and stuff like that. But then most of the ones who probably went in there for a couple months, came back, went again, a couple more months. Some people, I feel like some of the celebrities, man, I really feel like some of them get in trouble on purpose just to have a small little jail story, because some of the stuff they be getting jammed up for is like, how?
Right. Like, you went to jail for traffic tickets, now you're on one.
You come out and you throw that little punchline out there. Yeah, till I'm dead or gone fed, but they don't really mean that because they really ain't about their life like that, man. Because I really don't wish that on nobody else, And me coming up, me from school. You know, when you first came to Louisiana to Leesville, you know, me and you met with the class together. You know, I was, you know, I was a little bit out there on the deep end, but I wasn't all the way type of person that be like, I can see him in jail, I can see him in prison. You never could see me back in the days be like, man, Johnnie Hearns gonna be in prison. He gonna be doing time. You never seen that coming.
Right. Never. Never. The only Johnnie I ever seen was the Johnnie that's doing what he doing right now.
Yes, ma'am, for real, for real. So you know how I think I felt the whole time in there. I really had to beat myself up like, man, that ain't even me. I ain't got no business in here. I'm looking around like, you know, I met some good people that I still keep contact with now that didn't change their life and stuff like that. But I'm like, overall, I'm like, man, I don't have no business in here.
Yeah. How did you keep a level head through all of that? I mean, 10 years is a long time. You know, for me, 2 weeks, I'm like, I got to go.
Man, honestly, man, it was nothing but the word of God and the Lord, cause really, and then my family support, you know, they sending me scriptures, they praying for me, my people outside, you know, because it's so easy to go in there and lose focus and just lose to your whole identity. It's like the first 5 years, it went by so fast, it didn't go by fast, but I was in a zone, so I still couldn't believe I was in there. I had to be like, I had to really sink in after 5 years, like, man, I really got to do all this time? Are you serious? Because previously I had charges, little small charges. I bond out. Got with some marijuana. I got caught with some pills, little small stuff I could bond out. So it came to a point that they didn't want no money no more. It wasn't about bonding out, getting no lawyer. It was like, hey, Johnnie Hearns, we sentencing you to 120 months. And I'm like, 120 months? I really didn't think that was nothing major at first. So I got back to the dorm, to my cell. Then I added it up, 120 months. I said, that's 10 years. Damn.
He said, wait a minute, wait, hold up. That sounded like days at first. You said months? You said weeks? But you said, wait, what? Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, man, for real. So it's like, just to be out here doing the things that I do now, I don't take it for granted. You know, the people that's in my life now, you know, my family, my wife, you know, everybody I keep in contact with, you know, my word is my word and my loyalty is everything. So it's like, I know how serious it is. I know how fast you can lose everything. Because, you know, before I went to prison, I felt like I was on top. I felt like I had it all because I had everything I needed. I had material things. I had money. I was doing drugs. I was doing everything I want. So in my mind, I was on top.
Right.
But really and truly, I was just crashing. I was crashing. So when I look back at it now, like, man, I really wasn't on top like I thought I was on top.
Right. Man, it take a man to say that. It takes a man to say that.
Man, it's so serious that, you know, we actually got a book coming out at the end of the year. Me and my mother wrote a book called It Had to Happen. And it was just speaking about everything that happened in my life that I had to endure just to get to the point that I'm on now. And the hardest part about that book was writing it because I didn't write it. People don't understand that I had the book ready, but I wanted to reach a certain level before I released the book. Like the level I'm on now, I really feel like it's good to reach the people because for some reason in the world out here, I noticed that the children, the young generation, one of us can post something and they don't take heed to it. But if somebody major like just anybody, 2 Chainz or Lil Wayne posted, they gonna take heed to it, and the youngsters. So I felt like I wanted to get on a certain level so I could be able to reach a certain audience, and my audience is basically the people that's underneath me, the younger people, because I want to try to save them and stop them from, you know, traveling down the road I've traveled. So now I'm at the point where, okay, I'm ready to release this book now because I got a nice platform, I got a nice fan base, and my mother, she actually wrote the book, the second part of the book, speaking of her experience, because you know my mother always been in the church and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know that she had to go through a lot of endurance too. You know, a scrutiny of being from a small town. She going to church, she preaching the word. Your son in the feds, your son on the front page of the paper. Your son got caught with all these pills, he got caught with money. It's like, that was a lot itself in a small town. Like everywhere she went, oh, your son messed his life up. Oh, what happened to your son? It was so hectic in the little small town that we're from. You know that she was working at the hospital. She actually had to quit her job at the hospital just to start working out of town because she didn't want to face the people because every time they see me, all it was about was your son. Johnnie did this, your son did that, da 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 da. So You know, yeah. So it's real deep. The story is so deep, and like I said, the main thing is this: being able to reach the people that's underneath me, the ones that I know that letting stuff that they see on TV, the music, the outside influence, the drugs. The drugs is bad. When we was coming up in school, drugs was bad, but it's not like it is now. Now it's like, 13, 14 year olds, they popping pills, they
Right.
doing cocaine. When we was in school, somebody, they might smoke a little weed or something like that, and but
Yeah, but we was usually. Wait, I said we.
oh,
I didn't
oh,
mean to
oh,
say
we,
we.
oh, okay.
Usually it was older people that was smoking though. It seemed like back then the younger, the younger ages had the weed to sell, but we sold it to people kind of older. It
Yeah,
didn't
it's true.
seem
It's true.
like
It's different now. Like I said, yeah, because I was in school. Not flexible. My people stay going off, but there's people from out of school hitting me up. They want this, they want that. Like you said, and, now the generation is like I said. You got to be able to catch them. If you ever around anybody younger than you, you got to be able to speak some kind of knowledge or some kind of life into them. Like let them know, hey, it's not what it's all about. Yeah, you might see us on stage, you're looking all cool and all that stuff.
right,
But that don't mean that we're not out here doing drugs. We're not out here selling drugs. We ain't doing none of that stuff. We look good. We Kinglish now. We have everything else that got going on, but we still doing the right thing.
right. Having values and morals and becoming true men and women of God.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
true.
just be yourself. Speaking of wearing Kinglish and Queenlish, that's like one of my top favorite lines right now.
Already, I appreciate that for real. That means a lot for real because I know you always been into fashion and stuff like that. And you always gonna wear what's hot, and you in the city, so you see so many people come through, and you see the difference when you put that Kinglish or Queenlish on. It's just a difference because it says so much and it's so positive. It's like you see somebody with Kinglish or Queenlish on, you gotta ask them what they mean. Or you gonna look at them like, oh, they queen, okay. I want to know your experience, from wearing the Queenlish when a dude see it. What do he say when he see that?
The responses that I get though from
Yeah.
men, it really, I don't know, I love it. It makes me always want to wear my shirt. And I even, you remember you got me one that I was able to give to my mom, and when I showed it to her, she almost cried.
No way.
Yeah. And to be able to even have a shirt that I can share with my mother means a lot to me. Like both of us could walk around with our Queenless
See,
shirts.
that's the main thing about our brand that we tell people. Everybody want to start a brand, they want to start a line, but it gotta have some meaning and a backstory behind it. That, like you said, your mother wear it. We got people, pastors of the church, they wear it. The whole congregation, they wear it because it's positive and it's still at the end of the day the base of Kinglish and Queenlish. The Lord said He wants us to be kings. He wants us to be kings. That's what He wants us automatic. So it all goes back and ties in together. Like, hey, this is the level that I'm on. I'm not saying that I'm better than you, but I'm telling you that I'm out here. I'm here for my people. I'm doing what I got to do out here. That's why I'm king. That's why I'm queen. We're doing what we got to do out here. We're not playing around. We're not taking no shortcuts. We're making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, we not taking no shortcuts. You could say that again.
Kinglish. That's Kinglish right there.
Amen. Because that's what it takes. Only a king cannot take shortcuts. A lot of people want to take the easy route or the get rich quick scheme. Just as fast as you get it, it's just as fast as you're going to lose it. And that's speaking from experience.
Man, that's a living example. I'm talking about living testimony for real. Like, really had it and lost it, like super
Yeah,
fast.
you be like, what?
Yeah. Like, what in the world? Because at the end of the day, if He didn't give it to you, the Lord didn't give it to you, it's not guaranteed for you to have it. You know what I'm saying? You can take it away so fast. So, like, I didn't understand that then when I was lost and I was out in the street so bad. I wonder why I get to a certain point, then I take so many losses, 5,000,
Right.
2,000, 10,000, taking losses back to back. I'm like, how am I taking all these losses? Because for one, now I know the Lord He ain't giving me that. He ain't blessed you with that. So that's not
Right.
your money, man. That's not your money. So I used to get mad, like, man, I'm taking a loss. I can't keep taking a loss. Yeah, you're gonna keep taking losses. You're doing the wrong thing. You ain't doing the right thing.
Exactly. And that's just how it works. Because trust me, that's the same thing. You be like, oh man. You didn't want to go pray. Lord, what is going on?
Yeah. We all did that before, for real. Lord, I can't take another loss. Yeah, but you still selling drugs though. You gonna keep on taking losses. Yeah, so man, that book, when you read that book, it's definitely, I'm gonna have to come to the city out there, and we're gonna have to set some stuff up for, just to talk to the people out there and have some book signing, because it's deep, it's like, man, I can't even explain it. It's like one of the toughest things I had to do, because I had to write it and I had to relive it, and I actually I didn't, I didn't sugarcoat nothing. And I came straight raw. I let them know this is what it is. No matter how you look at me, how you judge me, this is what I did. And the Lord gave me a second chance after all this stuff that was done. How many times I was, not listening to him. I was hard headed. I knew he got me out of situations, and I still go back and
We
do
all
stuff.
been there. At least I know I have.
Yes. So, bro, I'm just grateful to even, have a chance to be on your show and just really be out here to speak about it, because we grew up together. We know each other very well, and it's like, hey, we never really had a conversation about everything that I'd have been through. So you allowed me, invite me to your show. That was a blessing too, as by itself. Like, hey, I appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you. And didn't you say like your mom you mentioned that she was a preacher too, right?
Yeah, my mom's an evangelist right now. She gives the word. She preaches. She's a prayer warrior. Yeah, she's on a mission board. She does all that. The Lord has really taken her to heights.
I love me a praying mom. I feel like mother's prayers just go so far. If I feel like if it wasn't for my mom, I don't know where I would be. If it wasn't for her praying and fasting and sowing seeds for me, that's who I'm like. I turn around like, oh man, you've been praying for me this whole time.
Mm-hmm. And me knowing you and your family, I know your mother. I remember how strict she was back then. I remember you couldn't go nowhere. Your brother had to be home at a certain time. I remember that. So me knowing that now, like back in the day, we were like, man, can't do this, I can't do that. But now it really paid off, because we still got the morals and still
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep. My mama was a dope mama, and I appreciate her because one thing about her, she let us be free, and talk to her and be open. And that really made a difference, and she taught us about prayer, and she didn't force anything on us, and she taught us how to be free in the Lord. And I appreciate her for that. It just, I don't know. It really just really makes a difference. Now tell me about this new album. Is your brother on the cover with you?
Yes, it is. Yes, he is. Yes, man. Hey, this is really. I had a few projects myself. I probably had like 4 albums came out since I came home. On December 5th, gonna be 5 years I've been home successfully. You know what I'm saying? And this is the first album that came out in February. Me and my brother. The album entitled "Bruh." And stand for real brothers. Bruh, like bruh, that's real brother right there. He really held me down when I was jammed up, and came and visited me. The main thing he did was do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? He graduated. He got a degree in psychology. He took all me, my cousin, my sister, everybody mistakes that he seen us do, and he didn't do them, and he did the right thing. And when I came home, he was always there. Then he moved to Dallas. So he always been musically inclined. He used to do gospel rap. He do black poetry. He do a lot of stuff. And then he had his own fan base. I had my fan base. And I was like, hey man, we need to come together and give the people what they want. And since February, we done did like 25 shows. We've been on tour and everything. It's been the biggest project that I had so far. I don't know. It's like, man, the Lord, He do everything for a reason. Like, man, everything is so positive, and there's a lot of radio people, they always ask us about the album and ask us about our relationship, me and him. Like, do y'all get into it? Y'all, compete who's better and all that stuff. I said, of course we very competitive, but we're not competitive at a point where it's like we're really in our feelings about anything. It's like we both gonna do our best on everything we do. And there's not no person outshining each other. It's not like, okay, I'm the big brother, you gotta listen to me, you gotta do it like this. No, we vibe off each other, we coexist, and I don't know if you heard. I think you heard some of the album. I sent you some of the songs. You already know it's really on the next level, and it's really.
Man, them beats so fire, bruh. And I be so turned up. I'm like, man, let me turn this down and
Yeah,
go get
yeah.
somewhere.
So that's the name of the project, bruh. Bruh Part 1. We're gonna do Part 2. It's like right now we in the midst of releasing our first official video. We dropped a few videos. We got a Kinglish Films. He's the director of Kinglish Films. We got a documentary out called Bruh Documentary on YouTube. You can find that, and it's just speaking about our whole story from the first day I stepped out from doing 10 years. He was there and picked me up, in Baton Rouge, and I was really supposed to go straight to the halfway house, but I ended up doing a video right then, just fresh out, like bucking, like, what's up, world, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we got right now. The Bruh album right now is pushing real, real hard, and it's like it ain't got no time turning down. I see it going up and up because, like I said, it's just I hate to keep saying this, but I have to stress the fact that when you're doing something positive, man, it's like it has outweigh everything. It just
Amen.
It's like, man, no matter what anybody try to stop or say, man, you try to go against it, you're gonna kill yourself. You just go, you can hurt yourself. You gotta roll with it.
Yeah, and then like you said, once God give it to you, once He give it to you, can't no man take it away. It's yours. Ain't no bouncing back, ain't no losing it unless He, it's in His will. But other than that, you own.
For real. I'm talking about, man, it is up. We out here in Dallas, Texas, in the city, and the city welcomes us with open arms. It's like, hey, we're not from here, but they know we here. We here, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I love Dallas. Well, I haven't really been out to Dallas like that, but Dallas got that church I want to go to. I want to go to the Potter's house so bad.
Guess what?
What?
That's the church that we go to. Me and my wife go to Potter House.
See, that's why you're on another level. Yes, I watch them faithfully on the app, on the tdjakes app. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, my wife, the queen, she been going there since she was about 14. But when I was in prison, I read some of his books and all that stuff. I read a lot of his books, and I didn't know. I really, I was moved by all his books and stuff, but then I seen a lot of stuff on TV. Then a lot of people be like, man, that big old church, man, it can't be real, it can't be real. And then when I went, and it's real, it hit hard every time. I'm like, man, I'm not just saying that because it's really the truth, like, boom. And it take a lot to move my spirit, because I've been through so much, and so my skin's so thick, it's like,
miss me with the foolishness.
Yeah, you gotta come with it.
Yeah, I'm recognizing spirits. Don't come up here with no foolishness.
You gotta come with it. Yeah, don't come with that baby food. I can't do that because I've been through too much. Baby food ain't never helped me get through those situations. I need that, that meat.
Yeah, bust out the milk, the bread, wine, whatever y'all got. I need all that.
Definitely, if you come down here, we'll definitely make sure we'll take you down there with us and visit that church. The church is very awesome. I can't lie about that. It's very awesome.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. I mean, this man be having me running up and down the hallway at my house, because I'm with you. I done been through some stuff. Don't come with me with them 1990 prayers and them 1992 scriptures. I need it right now, Jesus. And he be on time. I be like, he live here with me in my house? Like, how he know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll talk to you. Hey, you like, hey man. They said, hey, for real. I was out of town. We had a show last week, week before last, and we was out of town. And my wife and my sister had went. They were telling me about the service, and they were just saying how he was just going so hard. Like, man, so you could do everything. People could do everything else in life, but they can't do the simple things like manage their sleep. They stay up. They do all kind of stuff. Just manage their time right. They be on time for a lot of other stuff, but when it comes down to giving the Lord the time, it's like something always come up.
And what's crazy is, to be honest, that's the key. That's the plug. If you want to know who the plug is, God is the plug. Now,
people don't understand how that's the plug. They looking all around for who they need to get in contact with. If I can get in touch with Eve, I get in touch with King Hearns, I might be able to do this. No, you need to get touch with the plug for real.
You sure do, because I can tell you one thing: Eve ain't your God. I'm not gonna always be there. I cannot promise I will never leave you nor forsake you. Because go on and get on my nerves and see how fast you be looking for Eve. But God will always be there. And once you got that, once you understand, once everything makes sense, all your visions make sense, all the what's missing makes sense. You know, everything just comes together.
Yes, that's true. That's so true, man. Like this is a lot of Kinglish and Queenish right now. This might be one of my best interviews I had since I've been home, because it's really going into depth about the history of the movement. Everybody see what's everything going on now, but they really don't understand how did it start, where did it come from. They just think we came out the blue and start pushing. So they be seeing everything, see the videos. Man, this boy's doing this, they doing that, but they don't understand the trials and tribulations that we had to endure just to even be in a position to make this stuff happen. So like this interview right here is very, very great, and definitely I hope a lot of people get a chance to hear this, and I hope they're listening right now and really taking heed to the stuff that we're saying, because we speaking Kinglish and Queenish.
Speaking of Queenlish, I gotta get this question in before we wrap up.
Yes.
Because you have a queen.
Yes, I do.
I want to know what that means to you. When you say queen, you named your brand queen. What's a queen in a man's perspective?
In my perspective,
Yes.
a queen is just like everything that you really ever dreamed of or thought of. Like she's spiritual, she's mentally strong. She's physically. I ain't talking about lift and stuff like that, but physically, like she can endure. If the times get hard, she don't run out. She got a queen. Her eyes only for you, the king. You know what I'm saying? Her eyes ain't for if somebody roll up in a Bentley on 32s. Her head don't even do nothing to her. It's like it's nothing. That's not ours, so it's nothing to even, that's nothing, So a queen to me is this all around the board, is this really a grown woman that's about her business, handling the business, not easily persuaded, not easily, you can't nothing turn her against you or turn her eyes off the real goal, the goal of life that y'all have. Queen, she has a lot of respect for herself. She's most of all, she's loyal. And it's just easy for me to talk about this because I'm describing my wife, because this is what she do. This is what she is. That's how she pulled me. I'm a hard catch.
Boy, go ahead somewhere. Super, please. No, I'm just playing.
I'm a hard catch. So it's like, hey.
I mean, and that is true though, because at the end of the day, you're still a celebrity. So she's still, she snagged a celebrity, and so many females are out here wondering, "Ooh, what I'm supposed to do? How do I get there? How do I be this right woman?" Or there's so many women out here that aren't married that's trying to do better or trying to get married. What advice would you give them?
Honestly, advice I give to somebody like that, they really just have to be their self. They have to work on their self first. Like really
Preach it.
get into queen material. Get into wife mode. You gotta be that already before you meet your man. You can't really, especially at our age, you can't just want to meet a man and then want to decide to start having dignity about yourself, pride about yourself, confidence, stuff like that. You gotta already have that. You already gotta have that. Like, when I came home, when I met my wife, she already had that. She was, our first couple months, it was a tug of war. Like, you know who I am? Oh, you know who I am? She had the confidence. She had the swag. She had the credibility to show the proof. Like, hey, I can make it with or without you. And then we had to learn how to be compatible. But first, it's gonna be a tug of war when you meet a queen, because she gonna be on her stuff already, so she ain't going for none of the foolishness that a regular woman to go for, a regular girl, But a woman and a queen, they're not gonna go for the foolishness or the BS. They're not gonna go for the, you with her and then you walking through the mall and you turn around looking at butts and doing all that stuff. No, queen gonna look at you. She gonna make you ain't gonna disrespect her like that, because you already know you're not gonna want to lose a queen, because a queen gonna be there for you. And then in life right now, it's so hard to find somebody who's gonna be there for you all the way down for you. Like if you do find somebody like that, you really gotta hold them down and really maintain that, because I don't believe that it comes in life a lot of times. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay, I meet one person that was down for me, then I can meet another one that is like that easy. It's not that easy no more these days. The times has changed. The time has changed.
You ain't lying about that.
It's definitely so. So really, just a queen. She gotta really. First of all, she gotta believe. She gotta be a believer. She gotta believe that that all things are possible with the help of God. You gotta understand that first of all, and then you just really gotta have a lot of self-respect first. before you can even think about respecting a man or anything like that. And and that's what it is about, just being loyal, being grown. A queen, you're gonna be on the highest level. Anything you do, you always gonna represent like a queen. You're not gonna let nobody knock you off your throne. Of course, you're not gonna take no BS, and you will get out there if it comes to it. But a lot of stuff is not even gonna be able to reach your desk because you're gonna be on the next level. So shout out to all the queens out there. The ones that's married or the ones that's waiting for their king to come through. And another thing about it, it's gonna come to you. Trust me, because kings are looking for queens all day long, straight up. It's hard to find them, but when they find you, hey, it's gonna be good.
You better preach it. What inspired the names? Like, where did you get this? Because I love Queenlish. I've been trying to take it. I'm still trying to hustle you out of it. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You gotta let the fans know she want to take Queenlish and be her own. She wanted Queenlish. You hear me?
I love it, y'all. Love this brand. You have got to support Queenlish. It just make you feel good. It make men respect you. Everybody know to stay in their place, and nobody gets hurt.
That's real, right?
Because I only speak Queenlish.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. Like, sir, I feel like a dude see a Queenlish. He's not even gonna come at you a certain type of way. He gonna know he gonna have to change his. He gonna have to change his whole approach. Like, hey, I can't approach it like that. So, what it really inspired it is, for a minute I've been calling myself King. All my homeboys call me King. This because basically anything I ever did, I was always, on trying to be on that top level. Whether it was, playing basketball, dressing, rapping, anything I wanted to live, on King. And, everybody around me, I'm really looking at them as kings because everybody was around me was really positive people on top of their game. So it's like King, King, King. Queen, queen, queen. That's how I look at all the people that's doing the right thing. That's queen, queen. So one time I was just messing around with my homeboys. I'm like, hey man, I don't speak English no more. I speak Kinglish. And it was just a little shot, a little something fly. I always try to come up with something fly. So I really thought about it. Then me and my team came together, and somebody was like, one of my homies, he was like, hey man, that might be a good brand. And I just discussed with the queen, and came with Kinglish first, and then we was like, Kinglish ain't automatic, gotta be Queenlish. And the queen, she did her thing. She controls the brand. She's a brand manager. She comes up with all the logos, all the shipments. She do all the orders. She does everything.
You better go, girl.
Her baby. That's what she do. And she put a touch on it. And the Queenlish is this.
Queenlish is popping, baby.
Man, Queenlish is popping in my life. Now, a king, some of the dudes, they might feel feel some type of way. Oh, I'm not gonna rock that. I'm not gonna rock that. The queens, they don't feel no type of way because they know when they put it on their chest what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
What? I walks with my shoulders back, heads
already.
Up.
And the king, honestly, I feel like if a dude don't rock it, don't want to rock it, I'm not mad about that. But if he don't like it and can't respect it, it's like either two things: he's not on top of his stuff, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, or he's mad that he didn't come up with it.
Right.
And that's his real king.
Or some people like now they're on. There are no kings and queens. Well, I'm a queen, so
a king
I don't know.
I don't know what it's like they're in the wrong circle. That means they have to reevaluate their life and be like, hey, I can't be in the circle no more. Ain't nobody prospering. Ain't nobody doing nothing positive. Ain't nobody got nothing to say to uplift. Hey, when I say I got kings or I got queens, and I can get on the phone and call some people like, hey, man, it's been a rough day. They're not going to say, man, give up or, man, laugh at me. They're going to be like, hey, what can we do to fix it? What can we do? What's up?
Right. Give you some words of encouragement. They got something that might be able to match with you. You can put a little pile together and everybody can help each other. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes, that's true. That's Queenlish right there.
Boom. Killing them. But before we get out of here, Johnnie, I want you to run down one more time, the things that you have available, like your album, your book, when that's going to be ready, and also where people can purchase your brand, the Kinglish and Queenlish, just how they can keep in touch with you and, all that good stuff.
Okay, on all social media sites, it's at King Hearns. King Hearns on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On Snapchat, we're Raw Snaps. No, Snaps of Royalty.
Oh, yes, Snaps of Royalty.
At Kinglish Apparel, Instagram, Facebook. You can shop KinglishApparel.com. That's www.kinglishapparel.com. created and designed for kings and queens around the world. Hottest brand out since 2013. Thanks to all the hottest people like y'all rocking with us. So we want to shout out all of them. And then we got the Bruh album on iTunes, Google Play, really all digital platforms, Spotify. So we also have King Hearns, me, myself, all my previous albums on all digital outlets as iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. So really, you could just really type in, go to Google, type in King Hearns, and really everything will show. Follow the Queen, I'm brand manager at Queen Hearns on Instagram and at Tabby Hearns on Facebook. And other than that, that's how we rocking, man. Shout out to all my on my team, everybody that's helping with us, because it's really deep. It's bigger than me. People see me all the time, and they see my wife, and they see my brother. But we have a big team that everybody really pitch in and do their thing. It's like a big puzzle piece, It don't fit unless all the pieces there. So we just keep on moving, man. And we built off a lot of unity, a lot of prayers from everybody, and just trying to stay positive, man, and trying to show everybody there's a better way than all the negativity and the hate and all that stuff. You can come together and get money and live prosperous and do your thing and still enjoy life at the same time, instead of being envious and all the other traits that come along with, the negativity.
Bruh.
Throwback. That's throwback, Louisiana.
You heard that, bruh?
That's throwback, Louisiana. They don't know about that.
For those of you out here who are wondering about the Bruh album, I ran across this one review that really stuck out to me, and I just have to repeat it. They referred to themselves as two white guys that are rich, that felt like your music touched them, and they wanted you to know. And what they said was, Bruh crosses over all racial and economic lines.
Wow.
And they said they wanted to give a shout out for you and your brother, and letting you guys know, hey, y'all music is making it worldwide. So that's dope.
That's real. I appreciate that review. That's what's up right there.
Yeah, that's dope. Because he was like, we could relate to your story. I'm like, wow.
That's what it's about, man. That's my main goal is.
That's
my
awesome.
main goal is to get it the highest platform we get, so we can, let them know what's real, what's not to do, what is to do, how to make it happen, how not to make it happen. It's just all about having that big platform. That's what we're working hard for, so we can, lead the next generation in the right direction. That's all it's about for us, man. That's all it's about for us. Doing the right thing and showing everybody else you can live life by doing the right thing without. You don't have to be copycat. You don't have to go the same road with everybody else doing. You can do your own thing and still make it.
That's right. I think part of being a king and a queen is knowing who you are and what you like, what you want to do, how you want to dress, what inspires you, what do you want to do when you grow up. Who do you want to be? Not everybody else. Do you know you? So many people just out here, they don't know who they are. Like so many people don't know who they are.
I call identity crisis.
Yes. Some people, I look at them like, are you me or am I me? Because some people, I feel like it's me sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute.
For real. That's how it be sometimes. For real.
It's interesting how it is. But know yourself, know your work, know your value. You're worth something. You're not here for no reason. So, I hope that this story inspires you. I hope that Johnnie's testimony can inspire you to do better. It doesn't matter what you've done, where you come from. It doesn't matter. If you're still here, you got another day to make a change.
That's true. QUEENLISH.
You heard me? I wish you much, much, much success. You and your wife, she's doing a fabulous job. I'm so glad. God bless you with a queen. And I just pray that you continue to make strides and just turn this world upside down.
Appreciate you for having us on the show. It's all love. You know what it is.
It sure is nice to be able to Google my friends.
Yes,
Who'd have thought?
Thank you. Amen. For real. Same with you. Same with you. We see you. We on in the house over here. We see you on BT hosting a award show.
Yes, claim it. I'm trying to be on what's that? I want to do the Soul Train Awards. Oh yes, they ain't seen no party like a turn up party if they get me in that thing.
Oh, that's gonna be epic. You can do that too. I know you. Your personality.
The New Orleans gonna come all the way out. I'm gonna be so 504.
I know you gonna cut up. All right, know that.
Well, it's been cool talking to you, Johnnie. I ain't gonna hold you up. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you as a person. And guess what? I appreciate all you listeners, each and every one of you. You're the reason I get to do this, and I really, really appreciate you tuning in. Y'all be blessed. Stay up. Bless up, Johnnie.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
And
100.
much love and success. Bye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. That wraps it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed our show. Also, to the first 100 people that register on my email list, I'm going to give you guys special prizes and contests every now and then. You never know. So the first 100 people to sign up, just remember, you can get picked for something special. I'm a random person, so the information you're going to get is random. On Mondays, it's going to be Get Your Mind Right Mondays, where we post anything that'll help get your mind right. And on Fridays, I like to be fancy free on Fridays. So that's just what I do. I'm from the South. I'm from New Orleans, but I've lived all over the world. So sometimes I speak broken English. Sometimes it's all together. But it's me. And that's what I plan to give you on this show. Me. To continue with the shows, you can visit www.MsYvonne, that's spelled MsYvonne.com. That will keep you up to date with all the hottest new material that comes out. It can be sent directly to your phone if you sign up with our email blast. So, keep rocking with us. Stay tuned. I really appreciate you as a listener. I value your time, and I appreciate any feedback that you give. I'm always down for improvements and constructive criticism. I hope that you have a great day. Go out there, be positive, make a difference, and above all, do you. One love, one love, one love.